Jackson, Tambling, Rance. Not a lot on offer. And couldn't quite find Newman. They're in trouble now, the Tigers. 30 out from the Blues goal. Betts just rips it out, gives it to Favola, who finishes off with a 6-pointer.
Sort of mistakes you get when you've got a young side. Alex Rance, really love the way he plays his footy, so brave and courageous, but as you get more games and more understanding, you just realise what you can and can't do on a footy field. You can't go across goals on a swirly breeze. There's always a chance that is going to happen. Have to live with that, Richmond, where they're at the moment. They're playing these young guys and you're going to get mistakes.
Favola has his second, and the kick across ground from Rance. Newman got hands to it, and they let it out there between them, Thursfield and Newman, and Carlton are able to finish off. So handy little break here, 14 points. Richmond need the next one. Well done, Hampson. Good follow-up work. Rance again. Oh, poor handball this time. Tambling couldn't take it. Hampson again, a third effort. Garlett, he coughs it up. Polo off to Tambling. Well tackled. Betts in there. Gee, Carlton are putting enormous pressure on this Richmond defence at the moment. And we'll get a bounce 40 metres from the Carlton goal.
Cast my mind back to round one when Carlton absolutely smashed Richmond. And we know what happened for the rest of the season. Their defensive pressure that night, in fact their tackles inside their own forward 50 were almost a record from memory. I think they had 20 tackles inside their own forward 50, and they're starting to bring that game to today's game.
Rance again, not a great kick. Well done, King. Shrugs the tackle. Good handball back to Newman. So can they build from here, the Tigers? Shocking kick towards Graham, taken down by Hartlett. Good support provided by Thornton. So the Blues now can just rebuild. Thornton thought about going down the line, but instead kicks back and across to Johnson. Normally uses the ball very well. Now Joseph, half-back, inside to Grigg, back to Joseph. Look out, they might have copped this one up. Hislop, good pressure. Nahas, tuck, draws the player, puts it into the path of Tambling. Doesn't get a great bounce, but he's got plenty of time, Richie Tambling. Can he find a target? No, over the head of Morton. And now Grigg can get back and mop up.
He goes back even deeper to Thornton, who kicks on the left. Right, fisted away, front and centre is Nahas. Gives it off to Tambling, who passes again, and this time he makes a better fist of it. And young post.
Showing some great signs toward us. Yeah, took one of the great marks of the day, the mark of the day so far, and God, he looks young, doesn't he?
Just we're getting old, that's why he looks young. No comment?
Speak for yourself.
Cousins kicks to the hot spot. Big pack fly. Good crumbing from Russell. Morton won it back for his team. What's he going to do? He goes all the way himself. And in the end, it's a rush behind.
One of those players, Mitch Morton, you watch and you're never quite sure what's happening between his brain and his foot. Can occasionally make the easy look really hard, and sometimes he makes the hard look really easy. Big pack of players fly, and here's Mitch Morton. Not much you could do there.
No.
So the Blues bring it out of defence. Johnson, who's been prominent, surging kick to Favola, who marks late, and he almost threw that out to Betts. Inside attacking 50 now, the Blues. Bentley running back, can he gather? Good stuff from McGuan, physical pressure. And he forces him over with a good hip and shoulder.
Great sharp hands. Have a look at this from Fev. Might have been a little throw. Got away with it.
Ball to the front of the pack. Gibbs can't get boot the ball. Murphy and Carazzo try. Can't do it either. So rushed behind to Carlton.
Margin to get out to 14. Once again, it's Newman to do the kicking in. Chopped off and marked by Bentley. But both teams are having a little bit of difficulty getting it out in these windy conditions.
Surely, with the conditions, if there's not someone 20 metres clear,
long.
you've got to go long to a contest.
And the players haven't adjusted, Chriso, so far.
Bentley hammers it long and kicks the goal.
A particular pocket on the ground, kicking with the breezes Carlton are. Footy carries an extra 15 metres. And the smart players who understand what's going on realise that's the case. And Bentley just leant back on that. He's not an enormously long kick, but he summed it up well there. Just caressed it through for a nice goal.
Brendan Favola having a break after 2 second quarter goals. After a frustrating first quarter, Kelvin Moore also taking a breather for the Tigers. Well, it's out to 20 points and Richmond need to hang in here. Well, big lead from Hampson. Straight, though, to Jackson, who's wrapped up immediately.
He's a powerful athlete, Hampson. As Chris Judd just has a bit of a spell on the interchange bench. We thought he'd really done his shoulder, but that's great athleticism. Jumped really high and into the ribs of Vickery.
And this time with strength, he wins it down. Well, Murphy taken, no, wasn't taken high. Well done by the Tigers.
He's still down, Murphy.
Jackson's put down Murphy off the ball.
Kick intended for post, getting back Jamison doing the right thing and just tapping it over. Boundary thrown at half forward for the Tigers.
Oh, he should have got a free kick.
Yeah.
Initial contact was high. But
Here's Cousins. Manages to shake off the tackle from Thornton. Floats one inside 50. Revolt caught behind. Brings the ball to ground. Nahas is in there. Johnson for Carlton. Joseph caught Revolt high. Umpire let that one go too.
Thanks, guys. Tackle wasn't high at all. Thanks, Jack.
Murphy just having a spell after that hard tackle from Joseph, and Revolt didn't drag it under, so good decision.
Jackson spun beautifully out of trouble. To King, back to Jackson. Wobbly old kick. Floats across the face of goal. And Grig's happy to see it over the line. It's the Blues by 20 points, and Grig has the game high disposal count with 17. Cochin kicks loose off the side of the boot. And another throw in.
Not a lot of space inside attacking 50 for Richmond. Carlton have been able to get a heap of numbers around this contest. Young Vickery, you can see there, very hard to score when there is not a lot of space. The throw-in went about 4 metres. Robert Walls, where are you?
I'd be watching in Brisbane. He won't be happy.
He would have just set up in his hotel room and
choked on his club sandwich.
Yeah, might have punched the wall. Fair breeze though, Walls. He would cut him a bit of slack today.
And we've got a blood rule as well, so
Yeah, got it.
Hampson looks like
He's in the wars, isn't he?
yep. And that's with that. Look at this throw in.
Oh dear.
Yeah, at 4.2 metres, I'd reckon. So just waiting for Sean Hampson to come off the ground.
An opportunity now for the Tigers forwards to set up and create some space. So there's no excuse now. If you're there and you've got an opponent, try and drag your opponent out and try and help your teammate. And I think as a side, Richmond haven't really worked well for each other all year. Now's a chance. Can I lay a block for someone? Might be running past Robin Nahas' man. We might keep an eye on him. He's been the most dangerous as Cruiser comes back on. Got Aaron Joseph. Lay a block for a teammate. See if you can help someone else get the footy.
Okay, so the boundary umpire, take two, gives this one an extra oomph, and Cruiser wins it down in the direction of Joseph. Well done, Jackson again. Handball astray though. Well done, Rance. He's got the footy, but got no room to move at all. So a bounce on attacking 50.
And you could see on that stoppage there was 3 or 4 Tigers all trying to win the footy, and no one really trying to help their teammate out. Have a look at it again. A lot of players going for it, but not a lot of space being created.
Clearing kick's good for the Blues. It finds Garlett, who kicks into open spaces. No one pretty much in one half of the ground. The kick the idea was right, just the execution lacked a little. So Carlton fans want a free kick for deliberate. We'll have a throw in.